Trump just made his best moves that I've seen him make since he's been in office. I'm going to tell you some of my crazy beliefs. I'm about to go to bed, so I'm a little bit lucid right now. I'm going to tell you some of my crazy belief systems about what is actually going on in my philosophy. So I believe in the Neville Goddard law of assumption of whatever you believe to be reality is what will become your reality. Like everything is your consciousness projected out. So I've really been trying to manifest all of this Q stuff, right? And then Trump the other day tweeted this Q stuff out. And I'm like, okay, something big is about to happen. Obviously, you could argue that he's losing a lot of support from his supporters. And during the Bolshevik Revolution, they had all this trust the plan stuff while they were just taking over in the background. But also, I really believe that it's quantum physics of whatever you believe to be true is what will become true for you. And I've been trying to make it true that they get rid of the income tax because it violates the Fourth Amendment, being secure in your person, places, papers, that the government can't just come in and take whatever they want from you without some sort of warrant or cause. And so the income tax completely violates that, but it also violates the Fifth Amendment where you have a right to not incriminate yourself. And so Trump the other day said this. He said because of the tariffs, we're working on getting rid of the income tax. Okay, now we have DeSantis in Florida saying that they're going to get rid of the property tax. China doesn't have property taxes. China, wherever you own your house, you own your house. They don't have a homeless problem because almost everybody owns a home. Wouldn't that be amazing if we had that? We didn't just have BlackRock and a whole group, a small group of people buying up all the properties. They went and they asked AI what could solve the crisis, the housing crisis, and what the solution that AI said was to get rid of landlords altogether, get rid of the ability to have multiple houses that you rent out to other people. You can own multiple houses, but as soon as you start renting them out to people and you go take your good credit score and you're saying, I want to buy that one too, and then you have someone move into it and start paying it off, that's kind of crooked and shady, okay? And so anyway, Trump has said that he wants to get rid of the income tax. It would be amazing. Some of the best news happened today is where Trump went through and he says not only will he permanently pause migration from third world countries to allow the U.S. system to recover, which would be amazing. Most of the time in the United States, we didn't have unbridled immigration. They'd have 20, 30-year spans where they stopped people from coming in at all because you have to have people come in and then integrate into society. You couldn't have people coming in and making a tiny little cove of people that only speak their language and block everyone else out. It doesn't make a melting pot. And obviously melting pot is a fake term also that was created by one of our greatest ally individuals in order for them to be able to integrate into our society easier, right? Infiltrate our society. This dude, look at that. That was a bag of chips. She found a seasoned rag inside of the bag of cool Doritos. Wouldn't that be a great prize? You spend $7 on a bag of Doritos and you get a dirty seasoned rag. I'm sure it's probably delicious. Those Cool Ranch Doritos, poisonous but delicious. Okay, now here's the best news. Trump is eliminating all of Joe Biden's auto pin signatures, okay? So anything that was signed with the auto pin, and they can just match up the signature perfectly, seeing that 92% of the stuff that Joe Biden signed into office, all the executive orders, and it really makes me think that with the going back to the Q stuff, you know how Trump went and signed all of his executive orders in person so that you could watch him signing it, and none of the Joe Biden ones, the pardons, the executive orders were signed where people could see him doing it because it was an auto pin. I think he was doing all that stuff on purpose in order to bring more attention to it whenever they actually decided to do this, because there's no way they didn't have insiders infiltrating and giving them the information saying, oh well, yeah, all this stuff was being signed with the auto pin. They had to have known. They have to have been running some sort of game plan. Anyway, this is what I'm trying to manifest. Now that we have all of this, they can revoke all those pardons, and then we can actually start getting the quote arrests that supposedly had already happened. What do y'all think about this? Do you think that I'm way off? I think it makes a lot of sense. Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you like and follow. And if you want to support, make sure you subscribe. And yes, this is Methylene Blue. Thank you.